Hello everybody, this is the Gruesome Fox coming at you with a match here in the Nero. This is going to be a 450 cost space match here, and the Nero was buffed during the unit adjustments for January of 2024. It was around the same update time that the Engage Zero with Booster dropped, so I've been holding on to this clip here for a few days, and well, glad I'm finally able to cover it. The Nero is a 450 cost general. So far it is still only at level 1, which I'm surprised they haven't released a level 2 yet. A lot of other suits that used to be limited missions, I think kind of got that treatment already, because we do have, trying to think of the Gym Command Light Armor, but that was a token pack suit, but I do believe there are other limited mission suits that did get the level 2 treatment already. But the Nero is strangely one of them, which is a bit strange because a level 2 of its beam rifle already exists for the Nero Trainer, which Nero Trainer is its own can of worms right there, because I feel like that suit kind of overshadowed this one when it released, because the Trainer was a banner suit, so it was probably a lot easier for people to get their hands on. And it does also have its own unique things, being a raid. It has a heavy attack and the head Vulcans that the standard Nero here does not contain, which I find a bit weird. I wish this thing did have the Vulcans, because I think the raid ones are very good at accumulation stagger. And as, Vulcans, you can boost with them, so having those on this suit would be pretty nice to have, but if it's not in the lore, then I guess I can understand why maybe this suit does not have them. But without further ado here, I'm going to take a look here at the buff list. The only thing we have here is for some of the unit features. Do not have anything for any changes to the weapons. And yeah, it's a very small list overall, so we'll jump right into it here. For unit features, the unit HP was increased from 17,000 to 18,000. So yeah, 1,000 more HP, a pretty nice standard buff to have. Always nice to have a little bit more HP, especially at the 450 scene with suits like the, like I brought up with my Engage Zero video, with suits like the Gym 3 powered and the Jetta running around. Those suits can do some pretty hefty damage if you're not careful, so even if it doesn't seem like a lot, it is still nice to have that little bit of extra health there. The long-range part slots were increased from 3 to 5, so yeah, a few more part slots for the long-range option. You can probably do a few things for that there. Some basic stuff being maybe more HP, or more, I'm trying to think, range parts. I believe there might be a few other things that fall under that category. I don't know if it's thrusters I'm thinking of, though that might be close and medium. I might be remembering that one wrong, but there's probably a few things you can do with those extra part slots that might come in handy for this suit. We have two new unit skills added for this suit here. The first one being that the unit skill Maneuver Armor level 1 has been given. That's basically if you are boosting and you get hit by an instant stun like, say, a rocket launcher or an instant stun beam rifle, then you will not be stunned. And if you get hit by something that does a heavy stagger, say the Zuda F's anti-ship rifle, then it will only do a regular stun on you instead of the heavy stagger, making it a lot quicker to recover, and I think that's really good for this suit here. Especially I think for this suit too. It does make use of its melee a lot, so being able to have a better chance to boost toward targets without getting stun locked is definitely going to be very handy. And then the final buff here is that the unit skill Anti-Blast Stabilizer level 1 has been given. And that is pretty much it for the buff list here. Again, a very short one, nothing to weapons or anything of these sorts. I should also mention too that the weapons that you do have with the suit are the beam rifle, which is a heat-based one. You can charge it for an instant stun. You have double beam sabers, or I should say you have like dual-wielding beam sabers. Then you have a flash grenade, and then you have a Sturmfaust. So, yeah, pretty basic kit overall. Does have some stun potential. And as I mentioned, the melee on this suit is really good, especially if you can land like just straight downswings in. You can do some pretty hefty damage, and having two beam sabers as well, you will have some pretty decent range when it comes to getting that damage. I think it does the side downswing that most of the dual-wielding beam saber suits have, so the only thing you really just gotta worry about is not hitting your teammates, but I feel like for this suit, that's not really a problem I tend to have. So I think it's a lot more of a safer option if you want to go in for melee compared to, say, the Jetta's sliding downswing, which you do have the opportunity to accidentally knock over a teammate if you miscalculate your downswing with that suit. This one, though, yeah, I don't really feel like I have that issue. Maybe because this is a space match and not a ground match. But yeah, as you can see there, it's the downswing where the blades go to the side. So you do have a bit more coverage. If somebody's trying to maybe boost past you, you can catch them with that as well. So it does have a bit of utility going for it. But I'd say overall, when it comes to the buffs here, it's a case of, some quality of life changes, nothing too major for this suit. And I still think, it is some nice stuff to see for this. Hopefully, this is a suit that we see a bit more because of the buff. Even though I must admit, I don't know if I've seen it that much, or as much as I'd kind of like to compared to, the more typical picks. The Engage Zero, the 450 General as well, that suit has also been kind of taking the spotlight at 450, so that could be another reason there why maybe this suit isn't seeing as much action. A lot of people are trying to play the Engage Zero if they paid for the token pack, which I understand because the Engage Zero is a really decent suit, a really decent 450 suit, at the same cost as the not the Jetta. Well, I guess at the Jetta and the Nero here, the topic of the video. And maybe as time goes on, maybe more people might start picking it up. As I mentioned, they're like closer at the beginning. The Nero trainer kind of overshadowed this suit just by having the it has a similar kit to the Nero, but at the same time, again, it has those little extra like additions and changes to it that make it a really powerful suit in the right hands. So I can understand from that perspective why this one might be a bit more overshadowed, but hopefully, like I said, the buff kind of brings this suit out a bit more. Maybe more people start using it, because I do really like the Nero. It's a suit that I too would want to start playing a lot more, especially now that it's been buffed. And I really just need more options for 450. I keep maybe like 450 is like kind of feels like the same case as 700, almost to a worse extent though, where it's a lot of the same suits. So yeah, I just want to see something that kind of changes up what we usually see for the most parts. And hey, looks like we're going to be nearing the end of the match here. Timeout mission over. We had good works going around in the chat there, and real quick, we're going to see how we did here in the buffed Nero. Looks like we have a Torrington colored Nemo on the team as well. And looking at it here, top in individual and top in damage dealt. Gonna send a few places around. And first place overall with 11 kills and a 1 loss, and that's a new high score for mobile suit kills as well. So very nice right there. And yeah, looks like I also got platinum medal at this time, but the month reset, so I really don't have that anymore. But that's going to be the end of this video here. Again, buffed Nero, I think it's some nice quality of life changes going on here, especially the maneuver armor. I think that's like the big highlight for this suit, just being able to push through stuns and, again, just kind of make use of this suit's kit. So, yeah, that's going to do it for this video here. Comment down below what you think about the buffed Nero. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And with that, I will see you all in the next one. Later.